The whole point of Together's strange occurrences being a metaphor for a toxic codependent relationship is made pretty clear up front, and it's something audiences are reminded of at various points with some on-the-nose dialogue. But even with that being the case, the presentation is an absolute blast. This is a hell of a debut for writer-director Michael Shanks, with the movie relishing in its gross body horror elements and making this a lot more fun than I initially thought it was going to be. At least fun depending on how much you enjoy this type of horror. While I do like body horror, and there were moments that had me even squirming in my seat, I didn't feel like this ever crossed the line where it was trying to be gross just for the sake of being gross, especially because there was never a feel like it was trying to bring the mood down despite its obvious subject matter. In fact, this is actually a lot funnier than I was expecting it to be. Once things kick into high gear and you see this couple experience these unexplained changes to their bodies, there was at least one scenario I was hoping they do, and the movie delivers with one of the most amusing and grossest bits. But even just some of the banter of them trying to work through what's happening to them had me laughing, though it didn't fully punch down at its characters. There was still room to expand on their backstories that was organically weaved in and didn't feel like it slowed the movie down, and it added nicely to the emotional investment. And those emotional stakes were raised given that the film cast real-life married couple Alison, Brie, and Dave Franco as the couple. So it should go without saying, but of course they had obvious natural chemistry and were really able to lean into the couple's emotional strengths and weaknesses nicely. And they gave us two characters to be interested in. Also should be noted, this mixes practical and visual effects, and everything looked great. All the practical effects were excellent. I don't really want to get into what's done here, as it's better to go in a little blind, more so for the way it ratchets up its initial premise, and not due to it having all these crazy twists and turns. But beyond setups like bodies contorting or sticking to things, there are some wilder elements this gets into, and it all looked fantastically disgusting. So I had a lot of fun with this. Even if its metaphor is obvious, it's anchored by two excellent performances while also giving body horror fans exactly what they want.